Welcome back, everyone. This is your boys from Incognito Banter. Today is going to be a great episode where we're going to discuss the finale of Fool Me Once, finally. Finally going to be done with that fucking show. Very disappointed, but you'll hear our thoughts about the ending in a little bit. We're also going to talk about the Oscars, because that went on this weekend. And we're going to just end it off with a nice little Reddit for you guys. Nothing can still beat that stalker from last time, but
Stalker? What are you talking about?
oh, sorry. That was a couple episodes ago. It was about that.
That was the doctor dude, right? Or are you talking? Oh no, the LinkedIn bitch.
Yeah, the LinkedIn bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still not gonna lie. Still think Dr. Ramsey best.
That's
Reddit
it.
we've
Dr.
had.
Ramsey's was
Dr. Ramsey was pretty good. I like the Puss one as well, but I'm biased.
Yeah.
The violin one was creepy.
Yeah. The violin one was pretty good. Again, I just want to say 2 out of 3 of those were mine.
Which ones?
Violin and
Violin
Dr.
was
Ramsey.
me.
Dr. Ramsey.
Dr. Ramsey was you. Violin was me.
Okay, well.
And the Puss lady was me.
Guys,
I don't think Puss Lady deserves to be on this list.
What
to be
about the
honest with you.
300-pound twist from last week?
Yeah, there you go. That's the winner. So
we
far,
all have bangers. We all have bangers.
Yeah, we've all done a pretty
But
banging
yeah, we're
job.
gonna just get into it.
All right, what do you guys want to start with today?
I have fresh opinions about the finale.
Yeah,
so
before I forget, let's just rip
let's
the
get
band-aid
into
and
that,
wrap that son of a bitch up.
All right, let me pull up my notes. But I think you guys didn't want to go through like what happened in the episode because I have quite a lot of things that happened. This episode was pretty jam packed,
if
right?
if you want to just go do like a quick just rap god style, just spit of what the hell just happened.
All right. So Joe killed Claire because she was doing some investigation on the company. Joe took the deactivated gun and she had she had the working one. Joe tries to shoot Maya 3 times, but again, it was the deactivated one, so nothing happens. And then Maya kills Joe. She shoots him twice, just so it looks like a robbery gone wrong. And then the third time to just kill him. Like the intention was to kill him, but she was clever about it. Shane, the asshole he is, but I don't know. I really don't understand Shane's character
He's
at
just
all.
a really good friend.
Honestly, he ended up just being a really good friend.
Which doesn't make any sense. But okay, so Shane steals Luca's truck.
Yeah.
And-
with the Shane thing, we're just so jaded from like past movies, shows, whatever.
His face, his demeanor.
Right?
Like-
Of that kind of a person. Whereas he was in the front lines with Maya, right? So he's gonna be as loyal as they come.
Yeah. Kears just wants to fucking die. Like, there's no other way. Like, Marty's like, hey, please stay on the fucking line with me while at least you're driving. And he's like, dude, I'm just gonna pass out talking to you. I would rather fucking, like...
In his lowest moments, he's still shat on him.
Yeah.
After asking for help, by the way.
Yeah.
Poor Marty, man.
Maya figures out just from a 1-second flashback of keys, like her dropping the keys in a keyboard, that, oh, Joe's the one who killed Tommy Dart when he borrowed her car. I mean, he could have done that literally when she was at in the military, right? Like, he doesn't have to kill her during both the cars were home.
She took it with.
She took the key in the cars with the cars and the key
She's
with.
like, no one's fucking
She's
driving
very
my car.
specific about her car.
Yeah. That was so
I mean,
stupid.
you see all these. It's a nice car. If it's the Jag, that's a nice car.
It was still stupid. I don't like it. Kears lets Maya go because cops are just known for that, trusting people.
Yeah,
And just he's like, I got you. You have the right to remain silent. And she's like, I'm gonna tell you everything. And he's like, fine.
that I believe. I thought you were talking about the later part, but I believe that. That I believe because it's
how?
He
Why?
probably, my whole thing is he probably cuffed her and then took her. I mean, again, and then because later on, right, we see the end of that conversation. But
Regardless, I don't think
She was on her couch explaining things over coffee.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So it was towards the end of that conversation.
No, even when she said I'll tell you everything, and one hand was out of the cuff.
Yeah.
No, not one hand. All hands were out of the cuff.
No, I
she
mean,
was chilling like it was her fucking hand.
When he was arresting her,
Yeah.
he's like, put your hands behind your back. He only put one cuff on and the other one. So she's like, I'll tell you everything with her hands up and shit.
We find out our girl Judith told Isabella and Luca to do the nanny cam thing. Well, we found out last.
Kind of sense that,
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they told us.
They
Straight
told
up,
us last the episode before, but I mean, this is like verbal confirmation from Judith herself, you know? And Caroline lied about the Keir's being on the payroll. Or at least she's like, I suspected that, but still lied, bitch.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird, right? She was like, I just assumed. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. So I found out that finally, after watching it twice, I found out the name of that dumbass brother. His name's Neil.
Yeah, Neil. Yeah,
The one with
The skinny idiot with the drinking
the one
problem.
with the drinking problem. The CEO of is he the CEO of Burkitt Pharmaceuticals?
Sure.
Is he the CEO? I don't know.
They said CEO something because it was a big deal that he's the one that did something, which we'll talk about.
I don't know. My favorite line was "You evil fuck," and that's gonna be my new go-to line. I'm gonna start calling people "you evil fuck" when they fuck with me.
That's a very
Wait,
common line.
Maya said that to Judith, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
But
yeah.
so I'm gonna say it in the same demeanor though.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like "you evil fuck." It's gonna be like "you evil fuck."
You
Some-
evil. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta get a little bit
like,
of that
you gotta-
Scottish,
yeah.
Irish, whatever the hell she is,
Fuck.
guy going
You're
for.
gonna say fuck.
Fuck.
You fuck.
Judith, the evil bitch, wants to blame all this shit on Joe, the trial stuff on Joe, and that's why he's dead. Like she tried to make an agreement basically with Maya, right? That hey, we could just call it even. You killed, he killed your sister. You killed him. We're even.
We won't say anything.
Yeah. And then Neil kills Maya. 3 shots. I guess that's poetic justice, I guess, kind of a thing. But Nanny cam to the rescue, the live feed. So
okay. I mean, I knew from the beginning of that scene that there had to be something like that in.
Yeah.
But my whole thing was, and she dies, and obviously Keir's freaks out and all that stuff.
Keir's
But I'm like,
such a bad actor.
But I'm like,
such
why?
a bad actor.
Yeah, that was terrible. First of all, but second of all, why wouldn't he just be like waiting outside or something?
No, because he took he had to go tell Corey to do the live feed thingy. So,
But he had to be there like on site.
I feel like this could have been a text message or this
No.
actually could have been an email.
No,
This
so
could have been an email.
This couldn't have been an email because Corey is the most useless motherfucker on the planet who would not respond to emails or anything. You have to you
go to the
he had that
arcade,
whole
man.
system. You got to go through the arcade shit. Like,
You gotta just
Yeah.
you gotta game a little.
Okay.
And then,
Again, here's what I'm saying.
and I think they said it right.
Could have waited a day.
No. So the thing is, Corey said it that Maya most likely planned this scenario that she needed to die because she probably didn't want to go to jail and be in jail because her PTSD was too much already from the war stuff, and then Joe's murder and stuff. This will just drive her insane.
I guess that's a good way to put a bow on it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I mean, I get that like that Kyrus probably couldn't let her get away with murder, but like if he helped, and I mean, how does she prove that it was self-defense?
It wasn't though.
Well, I mean, yeah, the whole thing was that he like if he tries to kill her once, he's gonna try to kill her twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was without remorse that he just pulled the gun out and pulled the trigger a few times. It was frustrated and pulled again, right?
Yeah.
So I will say this, guys. Episode 3, I told you that was the weapon, and they made a big deal about it. And I'm like, see, it fucking looked the same.
That's why I had to say no because we needed to watch 5 other episodes. 18 years later, we flash forward. Kyrus is alive. No mental illness. Nothing at all.
He's off the meds. That's
He's
a real
off the
Kyrus.
meds. That's a real Kyrus. He was a kid. He had a
Boy.
He has a boy. Yeah, he had a boy, and he's a man now. Apparently taller than him.
Also, it was kind of weird because he was holding the baby, and you just tell like he was like uncomfortable. And I'm like, bro, you have a kid.
Yeah. Also, the weird part for me was,
Why was he invited?
and Eddie
Wait, we
looked
didn't-
the same.
Who?
Eddie, the
yeah.
brother-in-law, he looked the same age. I don't think he aged.
He aged. He just. But the thing was, he just looked like him, but older. Like that's it. That's the only way to putting it.
Here's my explanation. Because of his drinking problem and like how he lived during that time when he was at rock bottom.
He just stayed there.
Only way to go up. Only way
Yeah,
he goes up.
Yeah, he went back up and then age put him right back down.
Abby has 2 kids. We find that out, and
Who's Abby?
Abby is
The daughter.
the other.
That
daughter.
was a stupid, useless ass story arc.
Yep.
Yeah, they just threw it
What
away,
a
right?
waste of they had to fill 40 minutes. They're like, what other character can we use?
But my whole thing was I didn't realize that wrapped it up when they like go in and like the brother, what's the brother's name? Begrudgingly gives a handshake to him. Like that's the end of that storyline.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought they would go further in. Thought you'd see the dad, the father figure a little bit more. I thought there would be a little more controversy there, but
Maya basically left Eddie a note saying, "Hey, just take care of my girl. I hope you got this," and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
what if he's like, "Fuck no." He's like, I got 3 heads to
He's like,
feed.
yo, I'm unemployed. My wife has been killed, and I have 3 children. Now you want me to raise a 4th?
yeah.
Well, he has 2 children, and the half brother is not technically his. He's the
He
half
has a
of us said
family.
that he has a family, and he has like a loving mother, and he said all of those things.
Yeah,
so.
he did. I will add that just like the thing with Maya was just man, it was just very well done. I will say this last episode, it made up for the other 7. It was just very well done.
That's just this kind of
one
show.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, no, I know, but like sorry, Maya's, for lack of better words, like send off was pretty good because
Yeah.
they showed all the way through, and you see her driving, and
Yeah.
and in the end, her character was developed very well because you're like, I wasn't on her side at the beginning. And then I was on her side at the end for the same reason. I wasn't on her side at the beginning, you know?
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, right?
Wait. We got a couple more points to go before we
Yeah.
jump to like overall episodes.
Oh, yeah,
episode thingy.
Sorry. let's
Flashback. We see Kears trusted a murderer who admitted to the crime. That yeah, I will trust you, and you can go be set free. You know the odds. What are the odds that she finds an incompetent detective with hallucinations from the pills that the Burkett family was
I
involved
will say
in?
Judith probably handpicked him.
For what?
Drama.
She knows good
She wanted to get
storytelling.
caught. Like, is that the?
No, like I said, that was one of my quarrels with this episode, or like the show. It's like everyone is involved somehow. Every character. There's not like a regular person in this fucking like circle of friends or family.
No. You know who wasn't? The friend from the beginning who gave her the nanny cam. She was a plot device. Never mind.
She was just waited just a mule to transport some information to us.
Yeah.
That's it.
That the nanny cam can be hacked, and that's about it.
She's like, now back to my abusive boyfriend.
Yeah, right, dude.
And we never hear from her again.
Again, yeah.
Yeah,
and then
she's been out for at least like 4 episodes, right?
Yeah, we didn't see her at all after that.
Yo, someone needs to check in on her.
Yeah.
Wellness check.
And then we wrap up the last scene. Sorry, the last scene is Lily has a kid, and she names her Maya, and that's about it.
So my girl is 20. Because
Yeah.
isn't the assumption that she was, or not assumption, didn't they say like she was like 2 or 3 at during the main part of the show? I mean, to each their own, but I'm just like,
20 is a little young for
I'm finding out that like it's very common, like especially like in European culture, to like start your life a little
a
earlier.
little like a whoopsie baby.
But there was no dad there.
No, it was.
No,
Yeah.
there was just an extra standing next to them. He's
No
probably
way.
involved in the
I just
murder
thought it
somehow.
was just Eddie.
No. It was Eddie, Shane, oh my god,
Kears.
Lily, Kears, and the dad. I'm assuming the dad. And it was funny because they showed Shane at first, and for half a second, I'm like,
This is some Twilight shit going on.
I was like, no.
Chris Hansen comes out of the closet.
And they he named her Maya, and I'm like, and
And
I'm
Shane's
like,
looking at her, and I'm like, no, keep that baby away.
And we're like-
Hide that baby.
and I was like, damn, did Shane get his happy ending? Like,
Is this about to be a Twilight situation?
Yeah, so that was the show. It was a limited series. Show ended.
Happy.
Everything is good.
The only thing that could have made this a little more, I mean, there are a lot of things that could have made it a little bit better, but like they just threw away the dad, like the grandfather, I guess in this case, his like whole thing. Like it wasn't anything significant. It was just like he died. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
why can't he just be a regular, honest businessman, man? Like not everyone.
The
needs
whole
to be
business was
conspiracy-
not honest.
because of fucking what's her fucking name?
Joe,
I guess
Judith.
it's Neil.
Judith and
No,
Joe.
fucking Neil.
and fucking Neil. Neil looks like a bitch that you want to just punch
Yeah,
the
like
shit
this is
out
not
of.
a guy that like would not go unpunched in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You like if he didn't have money, he would be constantly bullied.
Yo, the vibes I got from him in Sherlock, Mycroft, kinda. Do you kind of see the vibes?
Yeah.
Like,
But he
except
hasn't
this,
seen it at all.
yeah, except this guy's like clean, like 7 feet tall. Whereas
Yeah.
I don't know how tall Mycroft was, but
Minecraft's like six
Yeah,
feet
he's still
something.
tall,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, still pretty tall. That kind of good helps us segue into like our next show, Sherlock.
let's do it. Let's think of pacing. We'll talk about it after.
One episode. They're long.
Yeah, I think they're like an hour and a half each. So like one
Yeah.
episode a week.
Okay.
One episode a week is plenty. And yeah, we could talk about it, and they're like quite independent. There's an overarching story, but it's like very vague. So, but each episode is pretty solid on its own. So it's a fun time. I thoroughly recommend that show. I haven't seen that show in a while, so it'll be good. It's available on streaming sites. It's not available for streaming, but it's available for renting. So
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of a date. It's an older show now, not like old, but
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we should be able to find it for
Yeah.
a decent price,
All right, yeah.
if anything.
okay, so closing thoughts for
This was not worth it.
So it was one of those things where like you could figure out pieces of it. Like, we figured out Maya killed Joe,
Kearse.
and then the Kearse thing like throughout the show, right? And then
Marty being gay.
murder weapon, Marty being gay. No, actually, you know what? That was a surprise for me because he didn't give off that. Like they make it very cliche. It was like, oh, like he has that like flamboyant. Normally, gay people have like this flamboyant style, etc. They made it like to kind of highlight the fact that like you don't have to like anybody can be gay.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
I didn't like that. I didn't like I didn't have the same experience as you with like the last episode redeeming the last 7 hours of my life.
I didn't say it redeemed all of it. I just said it was a good episode.
Yeah. Maybe I'm like, you guys are like, oh yeah, like her death was kind of like good and significant, and didn't feel that. Maybe that's just like me being desensitized because like I watched some really good shows this weekend.
Dang.
Like I watched one day on Netflix. I binged all 14 episodes,
It's a pretty good show.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I have not seen it.
and yeah, I'm desensitized to all of that bullshit now. So yeah, I did not fucking like it. I still think that little daughter had something to do with this. Everyone's involved somehow.
It's funny because they pan to her, and they try to end the show with like a shot of new Maya, young Maya, or the granddaughter, I guess in this case, and it was like, I don't know, it just felt weird, almost like she had like an evil presence, and I was like, yo, like spinoff, like another 18 years later.
I want to figure out what happened to like is what's the daughter's name?
Abby.
Lily.
Lily. Sorry.
Her daughter,
Yeah.
Lily. Yeah,
Is Lily rich?
Yeah. All the Burkett family money goes to her. Everyone's in jail. She's the one who gets everything.
but who knows what happened to the company after? I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, but you still like rich people still have like trust. And even if they had to sell their estate, it's still like
But like,
plenty
but
of money.
still,
you
like
know?
the hospital looked like a regular ass hospital.
yeah.
That's fine, but I'm sure.
I think they got ruined because remember the whole thing is not estate, all that kind of stuff. Your company loses value, becomes worthless, then you get sued. It could have been very easily spiraled out because you have people who died. Once you have people who die, like you're kind of screwed. Especially if you have widespread death like this, and then also you murdered.
Rich people have their way, man. I don't doubt it for a second that
I don't know if they're. It just felt like they were connected to each other. I don't know if they were connected elsewhere, but yeah,
some money in Cayman Islands or some shit. Like like something no one can track, but somehow just Eddie just gets a check, and he doesn't argue because he just wants to sit down
Right.
and drink.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the fucking pub.
Yeah.
pump it up.
But yeah, okay.
So I mean, I personally think it's like a 7.75.
Yeah, actually, 8 overall.
It is like a, for me, it's like 8 is a B, and I'm like, I don't think it's a B, but it's like almost a B. It's like a C plus.
For me, this was a 6.25.
That's a
6.2,
very
barely
oddly
passing?
Yeah.
Like you didn't enjoy any of this. Like I get it that
Not really.
Oh, because for me it was like maybe because I was watching a lot of it while like on the treadmill and stuff, so doing something productive, so it gave me like a boost a little bit when like something happened.
Yeah.
Because every episode something happened.
But you also predetermined, like you also made a mindset, like
You did.
after the first episode, right? Like
I
you were
did,
just stuck
but
on
like
it.
there are many shows that like have changed my
It's
mind.
very hard to change.
Yeah,
your mind.
it's very hard. Like you have to go. Like for me, it's just that I'm just saying personally, like I have to go in with open mind, where it's like the first episode is most likely not going to get me. But if in the first 3 episodes, that like 3-4 episodes, like I'm not getting it, if there's like redeeming qualities, then I'll stick around for it. If there isn't and nothing, then I will maybe.
I didn't like it for the first 3 episodes actually. I think a little bit of what I said came true, right? Where it just like had like small throw off side plots that don't really contribute to anything and just there for throwing you off purposes.
Yeah.
But again, I see why other people would have liked it, not me.
Okay, fair, yeah. Do you have any news roundup for us or anything cool that you want to talk about?
Why don't we talk? Let's talk about the Oscars, because there was a lot of stuff that happened, and I want to see some of the parallels with what we predicted a little bit. We didn't do too much around movies and all that kind of stuff when we did our year in review, but there's some noteworthy things.
I'll just say Oppenheimer basically killed it. Like it was like
How do you feel about that? Because I will say, like, Cillian Murphy, fine, give the man the award.
Yeah, best actor,
like
Cillian Murphy,
right? Like role of his life, I will say, and he's had some very good roles.
Yeah,
he was also whoever the main character and whatever the character name in Peaky Blinders is. Like apparently that was a very defining role for him.
Tommy.
I liked his even the speech was pretty casual, but at the same time, like kind of powerful at the same time.
Yeah.
So he said like he wanted to dedicate this award to the peacemakers of the world, and he basically said we live in an Oppenheimer world, because that is the world we live in.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like also bars, by the way. Also because it's like Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
Barbie world. We live in Oppenheimer world.
Oh, they had a lot of that back and forth. So Ryan Gosling and
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt, they went back and forth with like a little bit of jabs here and there about the Oppenheimer weekend and everything. It was funny.
That was funny. Yeah, that was actually good in good taste. You know what wasn't, from what I hear? Jimmy Kimmel making some bad jokes towards RDJ.
I don't think RDJ cared.
I think he did.
He was grumpy. No, so then he did something to oh my god, I'm gonna I don't know his name, but like the guy who played the husband in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Short round.
Well, yeah, I don't know what his real name is. Koi.
Sorry, I don't remember the name. He was also in Loki.
He was.
Season 2.
Yeah. He's doing some great work right now.
Yeah.
I totally should know his name instead
But,
of just knowing him as Short Round.
There was some weird like interaction between him and RDJ also, like when they went to, because he won Best Supporting Actor or something.
So yeah, RDJ won Best Supporting Actor. And it was an interesting way they introduced all the supporting actors. So the way they did it, it was clever. So all the past supporting, like I think 5 of them, right? So there are 5 nominations. So they had 5 different people who won it in previous years come out. Like Mahershala Ali was there.
Oh, he won Supporting. Interesting.
Yeah, sorry, I'm forgetting like a bunch of the people's names, but they all came and they introduced the
new nominees.
The new nominees, like one at a time. And I think I don't remember who had Robert Downey Jr., but I think my favorite was the one with the actor we can't figure his name out.
Ke Huy Quan.
Ke Huy Quan. The way he introduced. I think the person he had. I'm sorry, I don't remember all of these names, but it was just beautiful, and like the person was about to cry, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that was for Best Actress. I remember because that was the girl. There was a whole thing about it.
Yeah, Emma Stone cried about that. Yes, but I'm still talking about the supporting role. Yeah, so
who did he introduce then?
I forgot who he introduced for it, but again, very emotional stuff. And Robert Downey Jr. won that, and RDJ that was his 3rd nomination and first Oscar. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of firsts this year actually. Can you believe this, guys? This was Nolan's first Oscar for directing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is shocking to me.
Get it.
But now I'm thinking about like what else could he have won it for? Because
Memento, Tenet,
well, I don't
Dark
think
Knight
Tenet-
Rises, Dark Knight.
No.
Batman Begins.
So those aren't Oscar like those aren't best picture winning movies, right? So you have to basically win the best picture to win the best director for most part. It's hard to be like the best director for a movie and then be like, oh yeah, but your movie's not the best.
I know, but I'd still think that Interstellar, come on, that's a best picture movie. Best picture, best... Yeah.
The thing is, I wonder if... Because he had a whole thing about this a while back, I think at least 10 years ago or something, of criticizing the Oscars, talking about the fact that like not always the best movie wins because it's like a club or something. And so he was not happy about it. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so what ended up happening, honestly, was that what the outrage was when Robert Downey Jr. went up to accept his award, he pretty much just took the trophy from Ke Huy Quan, I believe is how it's pronounced, and didn't really acknowledge him, like no handshake, nothing like that. But he fist bumped and said hi to everyone else, and then he pretty much said like, "Oh, thank you to Sam and the fellas," when accepting his speech.
Who's Sam?
One of the other presenters.
Oh, okay.
That was on stage at that time, and but at the end, I think backstage they all took a selfie together. I don't know how
Selfie fixes it up.
I don't know how good that one is.
Yeah,
but,
that's the rule.
yeah.
But we're talking just before this. I think we were talking about a little, like it's like a little club. That Oscars is just a little club and stuff. So people were talking about how good Greta is. Jimmy Kimmel called out and that how good Greta is and how good Barbie was, and everyone's cheering.
Yeah.
And she's like, and he literally called out the audience. He's like, "You guys are cheering right now, but you guys are the people who voted, and you guys are the reason why she's not a nominee." And I was just like,
Who said that? Sorry.
Jimmy Kimmel said that.
Oh wow.
Why? And but he obviously did it in a funny way, but he got the message across that there was a lot of outrage, and everyone was like, "Oh, why is Margot Robbie or Greta not nominated?"
Wait, who's Greta?
Greta is the director, the Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I
Yeah.
was thinking an actress. Okay.
No. Yes. The committee is the reason
didn't
why.
win.
And, you can't say, "Oh, my God, it was great," and then, you cheer like crazy and then not have her. So I think that was really nice of Kimmel to, call it out.
Yeah, he's good about, the criticism with Kimmel is that he shells it out, but he dishes it out, but he can't take it. But, the messaging he gives is good.
Yeah.
Right? In this case, too. He knows his audience here. Because he also, the whole thing, we talked about this, too, where with all the SAG, AFTRA, whatever, strikes and stuff, and so he I think he called them all up.
Call the directors
all the directors,
Yeah.
the Teamsters, all the back, the supporting staff, the ones that help make the thing happen versus just be filmed.
Sorry. Okay, I think you were talking about two different moments. So the moment you're talking about is when he called out all the people who called them up, support, people who are your trailer drivers and stuff like that, production, not production set crew, but people who are not on the creative aspect of it.
Yeah, just making sure the screen, making sure the set is lit.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
So he called them up and gave them a round of applause and things like that. That was really cool. But I think just before that, he was mentioning that the writers, the strikes were going on, and he's like, "Yeah, it was for 146 days." And then, we got the first proposal and we got the directors, and the directors folded right away.
Oh, he called them out like that. Wow, that's funny.
Yeah. And the actors, it took them for, a lot longer, for 146 days, right? So he called that out, which was funny as well.
I was going to say, because I remember the number being bigger than that.
Yeah.
So he also did piss off RDJ. There was another thing with RDJ with him as well.
Oh.
Where it was a distasteful joke about his drug use. And he was pretty much something he made a weird joke to start off, in his monologue, where he's like, "Oh yeah, on the set of Oppenheimer, they had to take away his internet connection to avoid his porn addiction," and it's like, what the fuck, what?
Yeah, that was reading that. I didn't see that, but reading that, I'm like, it's questionable. Even if it's questionable whenever that happens.
Is it though? I'm sorry. I'm on the opposite side of this because I feel like if he knows RDJ, and I think he has known RDJ for a while, right? At this point, even if you say they're not like best buddies, he's not like Matt Damon and Jimmy Kimmel kind of buddy, right?
They are not buddies, bro.
No. They are actually buddies. Yeah. It's just the thing that they do. It's like a no, but sorry. So what I was saying is like I think like yes, they're not friends, but they have known each other for a while. And he's writing a comedic monologue kind of a thing.
I think the thing wasn't that maybe RDJ was cool with it. I did read that like he was like visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But also at the same time like I think the audience also didn't buy into it. And so that's why like he had to kind of backpedal. But
I guess it's a shit joke, right?
Yeah,
it's a shit joke, but I don't think
being.
it was meant to like stir up controversy or anything like that.
The other thing was he kind of doubled down on like the addiction and drug jokes. Because later on he was like, oh yeah, like congratulations to Cillian Murphy, his co-star Robert Downey Jr. Like this is the highest point of his career.
Oh
Which it is.
And he meant that as
like a double entendre
on drug use.
Oh.
And then like, you know, Robert Downey Jr. tried to play it off nice where he's like, haha, and then like he tapped his nose to kind of say like, oh, it's on like, oh, on this is a bit on the nose.
Oh my God.
And then Jimmy Kimmel was like, oh, well, one of the highest moments of your life. And then, like, after, you know, like, Robert Downey Jr. tapped his nose, he's like, what do you call it? Like, everyone thought it was kind of uncomfortable. Emily Blunt put, like, her hand on, like, RDJ's, like, shoulder, like, oh, here. And, like, Kimmel kind of doubled down again. And was like, was it too on the nose, or did you have to, or was that a drug notion that you made? What? Like by tapping his nose, like was that like a drug notion that you made, or was that too on the
Kimmel
nose?
said this?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
And it's like, dude, just leave the joke alone.
Stop it. This didn't land. It's not
I
good.
feel like this is one of those things where like people like worship RDJ now because, you know, of Iron Man and all of those movies that it has become like you can't say anything wrong about RDJ, or like you can't like joke with RDJ like that. That's offensive to him. You know, it's like fanboying kind of a thing.
I think this is like, okay, he was uncomfortable. You doubled down again. You doubled down a second time, and then it got to a point where like even RDJ at the end was like in a sarcastic way. If you look at the, it's like, yeah, keep going, dude. You're killing it, like,
dude.
And then like, you know, I think Jimmy Kimmel had to backtrack a little bit in the speech itself. It's like, oh, look at this guy, he's so handsome, so talented, he's won so many awards. Is it an acceptance speech in your pocket, or do you have a rectangle penis? Like that was a joke that he backpedaled with.
But he has to, right? Like he has a script written that he has to kind of follow.
It was written by him, man.
No, I mean, he's not the one writing
the monologue.
These scripts.
It's like he's in the room. For monologues, you're in the room.
Yeah.
Deciding
you're
what's okay.
contributing, yes, but again, like you have to read the room, right?
Everything's okay with what you have to be okay with everything. That's
sometimes the whole thing is that you want something to work, so you're like, instead of just giving up and moving, you just keep kind of digging yourself further in.
Yeah.
You just didn't have someone to kind of pull him off stage.
He was pulling that kind of stuff like all night, and like there's also a video of like Emma Stone looking over at her husband and like just whispered prick.
Like about RDJ?
About Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, about Kimmel. Okay.
Yeah, because like he just kept on making these distasteful jokes, and she's like, "What a prick."
Dude, I
didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know about that. but there was a lot of other stuff that actually happened. So let me get a little bit into that. Ryan Gosling performed "I'm Just Ken."
Yeah,
and I think it was with.
I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. I'm probably completely wrong, but I thought it was with what's his face?
Simu Liu?
No.
Simu Liu.
No, I mean
that singer. Sense. The singer with purple is this thing.
Prince.
That's what I meant.
He's dead.
Prince is dead, bro.
All right, so it was not Prince.
It was not Prince.
Let's just say it was not Prince, and we can edit this out right away.
I want to keep this in.
Yeah, you gotta keep it in. And us talking about it.
There was a couple of speeches that were very political. One was someone mentioned the Russia and Ukraine speech. They're like, "Oh, I'll give my award back. I would trade this for peace and like all of that." There was like I think a 1-pager or a 2-pager about Israel and Gaza in someone else's speech.
Yeah.
So like a bunch of that was happening, and I didn't know Billie Eilish was part of the Barbie music soundtrack, because she won her Oscar for
yeah, you know that song where this like the slow song that they have? It's like I'm just a woman, like that.
What Was I Made For? Is
Yeah,
the name
what
of
was
the
I
song.
made for? Yeah, that was her song.
Yeah, I didn't know this until
Yeah.
recently. So yeah, she was there and she was very happy about it. Emotional, thankful to
Yeah, of
Greta
course.
for opportunity. I mean, she's so young, like winning an Oscar at this age.
I mean, the song was a banger, dude. Like it was
Yeah.
a really good soundtrack. But yeah,
Original score was still Oppenheimer,
Of
because
course.
what else was?
That was good, man.
Yeah.
Because you get, and I was like, it was a bold move on Nolan's part to not go back to Hans Zimmer,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was
was it
Ludwig?
Lucas? Yeah,
Ludwig is really good
Ludwig,
too.
yeah.
He's not like a unnamed art.
Yeah. But still.
he wasn't cheap, you know.
Yeah. Best picture, obviously Oppenheimer. Again, what
Yeah.
wasn't Oppenheimer? Okay, here are my top favorite 3 things. One, Emma Stone getting her Best Actress, because I think Emma Stone is a brilliant actress. She got her Best Actress for Poor Things. I think that I haven't seen this movie, but I really want to see it.
That movie was with her and Mark Ruffalo.
This is
Yeah,
It's
and
always
that-
a reminder. Like whenever I watch the Oscars, a reminder that I don't watch like high society movies.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, Marsha Ali, going back to the conversation before for the supporting role, was introducing Mark Ruffalo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo, lots of respect for him. Just Palestinian Gaza situation, like he's very vocal about his support.
Yeah.
Which a lot of actors are not. Either way that you decide to,
Yeah.
No, like it just like he's not like afraid to show his support, and like with pins and like literally speaking to presenters as he's walking onto the red carpet, being like, oh yeah, like do this, support whoever, wearing the pins. Billie Eilish actually also wore a pin and was vocal about it. But yeah, no, I think it was I think he gave like a big little like thing about like actors not like he being an example of how actors can show their support for whatever, like whether it be any sort of conflict, and kind of supporting for peace without having to give up your career.
Makes sense.
I know it's. I'm glad that it's shifting in that direction, where not necessarily needing to be an activist for you to like be an actor, but it's good to like they're not as out of touch as they used to be.
Yeah.
As the way I'm going to kind of put it.
But going back to Emma Stone real quick, I think she was crying, I think, throughout her Oscar speech, and I mean it's a big moment for her, and she thanked everyone, and she's like, it's literally not about me, it was the sum of product, some of things put together, not like not just me. And I think she had a really cute speech for her little 3-year-old, I think, daughter. Yeah, I think it was 3-year-old. She's like, 3 days from now she'll be 3, and like she got really emotional about that, and it was cute. It was cute.
Yeah.
So now the next thing I want to talk about is the best animated movie, which really blew me away that
Yeah.
it wasn't Across the Spider-Verse.
I get it. I totally did not expect it to win.
No way. It was
I did not.
it was the hot movie.
It was a hot movie. It was artistically done amazing. It was a hot movie, but it had a studio behind it. It had a fan following originally. This is maybe my metric. The thing is, with anime and stuff, like I watch a lot of anime and animated movies. I think with some of these things, I feel that if I were to not know anything about this movie, like if it was a standalone movie without like this big Marvel or whatever character design, like a Dragon Ball movie or some bullshit like that. Also, R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. If it still moves you, if it's still beautiful, if it's still like great symbolically and like cinematic, I think that's the telltale signs of that's the great movie. That's the one that should move it. I think that the Spider-Verse movie was great. Fuck yeah, artistically and everything was done amazingly.
I really liked it. So the one that actually won was The Boy and the Heron, and I really have to watch it now because I'm like, it has to be a great movie to like beat out Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
Dude, I will say it's pretty controversial as to what qualifies as a good animated movie. That I think that that realm or that award or that genre in general hasn't been properly defined as to what wins for Oscars.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're gonna get. I don't want to. I recommend we watch it. Like we should watch it as a group. But I always take that with a grain of salt because not always the best one wins with that one.
Yeah. Like, you know, I thought like Spider-Verse, like if I keep on finding new fun facts where it's like, oh, all the characters were moving at different frames per second. And
yeah, like the detail thrown in there was incredible.
insane.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, oh, that's cool as hell. And like, you know, like the frames per second that like the Obi, I believe, the anarchist Spider-Man moves at is like inconsistent because he does not, you know, want to follow any rhythm or tempo. Yeah. It's very well done, but I don't think it was. I went to watch that movie because it was Spider-Man. I wanted to learn more about it because it was Spider-Man, and it was able to do all of this because it was backed by Sony. Not to take away from that movie just because it's Sony, but I still haven't seen this other movie.
I mean, Warner Brothers did Barbie and Oppenheimer, and that's a big studio movie as well. So, if you're talking about just studio power, yes,
like
Well, the Oscars can be. There's a whole concept of Oscar bait, right? And so I think animated movies. That's what I think of these. Because this is anime, right? The one that won was an anime.
Both of them are. Both of them are considered in the animation category.
No, anime.
I don't think it's an. I don't know if it qualifies as an anime, but it was animation.
Okay, because that's like the way they kind of do those stories. It's like it ends up being like a mixed, like sad, maybe with some. I don't know about this one, but like most of these like storytelling sad ones kind of win these animated ones because anime I think has an unrivaled format for some reason of great storytelling.
Okay,
I don't understand it.
So I'll wrap it up. My last thought and my favorite part of the Oscars probably was John Cena naked on the Oscars presenting for the best costumes category, which was really funny. I think that was really funny. He's literally like not wearing anything, and he's like, "Costumes are important, guys."
I thought he was playing into the whole John Cena.
You can't
thing.
see me.
I saw that,
dude. I think that could be
because I literally saw that, and I'm like, what in the world is happening right now? I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
And yeah, so.
I love like John Cena. Like I love that like the actors that came out of the WWE, like most of them, great people.
I actually thought Dave Bautista was a good actor, but I didn't like him in Dune at all. I think that was the weakest actor in Dune.
He just yelled.
But he has like a kind of
didn't even yell. He was like,
he has that garbage ass role though, right? Like that was the whole
he
thing.
did have a bad role, but I mean, it's just
His other movies, he's really good. Like,
yeah, like have you seen? I mean, even in like comedy movies like Stuber. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I have.
Like it's good.
Funny as hell.
But what was the Vegas movie? The zombie movie in Vegas?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That was pretty decent with him, right? And so,
but that's just him being a big guy fighting things.
But at some point, you gotta do. That's
no,
what
it's funny because like I was watching a bunch of Dune interviews because I really like Dune, and and in the interviews he's like, yeah, I don't accept now I don't like doing roles which are just that big strong guy. I wanted to do some good acting roles, some range. He wants to go for the range now, and he's not like just a wrestler, you know, fighting shit. And I'm like, fine, but you're not that good of an actor right now. I don't think. I think he has the potential, but I don't think at this moment in time I don't see it.
Yeah, I know. That was the more shocking part of the show for me. The awards, I mean. Yeah. I will, comparing it, we were pretty heavy on Oppenheimer at the year end, like when we were doing our review. Kind of expected. It's an Oscar bait movie, right? But I will say it was also Nolan's, one of his best movies. I personally really liked Memento when I saw it for the first time after my wife tried to convince me to watch it for literally 15 years, maybe 10 years, and was shocked. And so she, was excited about that, but yeah. But Oppenheimer. So it was, I will say, dude, Oppenheimer, we called it, everyone called it, probably Nolan's best work next to Memento. And yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's only one thing we can do at this point.
Reddit.
All right, let's hop into Reddit world here. Quick question. All right, I'm going to read two headlines. You know what? In the spirit of gaslighting, this is what I'm going to go for.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get gaslit.
All right. The title is My 27-year-old boyfriend, or sorry, my 28 or 27, boyfriend 28, slept with another woman and claims I wanted him to.
I love that.
I think that's amazing.
So
You know what? Yeah.
it's pretty good. My hands are shaking. So sorry if there are typos. I don't know if I'll be able to explain what just happened. I'm in a hotel room right now just falling apart. I live with my boyfriend, Jack. We've been together 2 years. The relationship has been good. Sex is frequent. We say I love you often. And both of us participate in each other's family functions. I don't have any major complaints. And to my knowledge, he hasn't been unhappy.
Wait. You don't have any major complaints?
I mean, this one's kind of major, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think the tense is important here.
Oh,
it's
major
like I
complaints.
didn't. I think it's I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
I am deeply in love with it. I think it should be I was. I don't know. I came home today about an hour early. I had started to get a migraine at work, which isn't super unusual. And once I started to get nauseated, I decided I should just go home and lie down. It doesn't happen a ton, but maybe a few times a year where I decided to take the afternoon off. That's alarming, first of all.
We'll get a check, bro.
Yeah, right. My boyfriend works nights, so is often home during the days. Pulled in the driveway and his car was there. Not unusual. He doesn't work till the evening. Parked in the street out front like I'll usually do. You can't really hear the car from the distance unless you're really listening. And went into the apartment. The bedroom's on the far side of the apartment from where I came in, so you usually can't hear a key in the lock or anything. She keeps defending herself as to why she was quiet. I'm like, dude, just take it what it is.
Yeah.
I said hello as I came in, but could immediately hear that the air conditioning was on in the bedroom. It's a separate window unit and pretty loud, so he probably didn't hear anything. I opened the door.
Yeah, air conditionings are kind of loud like that.
And window units.
Yeah, they're really.
Yeah.
I opened the door to say hello to Jack, and there he is, right in the middle of having sex with a girl, doggy style.
Thanks for the position. I mean, I would have never visualized that.
Like
I was
just
going to think missionary.
Just to help, right? They both froze, and she looked really shocked. Oh, no shit. He was just sort of expressionless. She immediately sort of scrambled for the sheets, but he just sat there.
He's
I guess,
Blue balls, bitch.
yeah,
Finish me off.
Let me finish me off. I guess I was in shock because I actually walked in the bedroom where they were and got my suitcase from under the bed. I even said excuse me to the girl fucking my boyfriend.
Wait, were they still fucking?
I know, probably stopped.
I'm assuming it was paused.
Oh.
Yeah.
How weird would it be if it was like, wait a minute, babe.
Yeah,
let me wrap this up.
Yeah.
Hopefully you wrapped it up.
Damn.
Yeah.
I went to my closet and threw a bunch of clothes in the case. And all the while, he's constantly talking. I can't remember everything he said, but I distinctly heard him say, I wanted to surprise you. We've wanted to spice things up in the bedroom. I didn't say anything and left and came to this hotel.
You wanted to surprise her?
Yo, that's dope.
We've discussed
Under pressure, he's still kind of like,
A G.
on the fly.
yeah, dude.
Just fucking wait. Just wait. We've discussed having a threesome in the past, and I even said I would possibly be open to it at some point in the future. I told him I found the idea exciting, but that we would need to discuss things and find the right person if it was actually going to happen. I never wanted him to just surprise me out of the blue. He's been blowing up my phone ever since. He's left several voicemails and sent about a dozen texts. He said things didn't go like he imagined, but he thought it would be sexy to have a spontaneous threesome. He said he was trying to fulfill my fantasy. I've been crying for the last 3 hours. I have no idea what to think at this point. I think he's lying to me, but what if he...
Well, no shit, he is.
But what if he really thought he was doing what I wanted? Is it possible he's just that clueless? Please help.
There's no way he's clueless. You're a dumb bitch.
This bitch stupid.
Like-
oh, surprise threesome. I'm already got started just warming it up for you.
What? No, she was not even expected to be home. She got a headache. That's
so
why she
great.
came home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so great.
She's so stupid.
All right. Any more comments, or do you want to hear? This is an update.
I
want
to hear. I want
yeah.
to see how he spins this. This man is...
Rumpelstiltskin.
So there's a lot of other stuff, but I'll read through it all. It's not super long anyways. Firstly, thank you all for your comments and advice. My gut knew that I had to end a relationship. No shit.
No shit.
Your gut knew, you dumb bitch.
Your gut doesn't need to know this. It's called common sense.
Yeah.
Gut is not even involved in this.
But I needed a kick in the pants to actually do it. The apartment we live in is actually owned by my uncle, with whom I'm very close. I lived there for free while attending grad school. It's part of a building he owns, and I'm guessing the question she got was like, whose name is Elise under and all that shit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and was his way of helping me afford to further my education. He had no problem with my boyfriend also living there on the condition that he help out with managerial duties and repairs around the building. I called my uncle and told him the circumstances, and he called Jack and told him immediately he needs to find a new place to live. He's not on a lease or anything, so hopefully it won't be a legal issue. I haven't responded to Jack in any way since yesterday. I returned to the apartment this afternoon after going to the doctor to get tested for STDs, thankfully clear so far. Jack was there. Since he spoke with my uncle, he knew that I was breaking up with him and wanted him out. He immediately tried to argue with me. Now listen to this, guys, okay? Saying once again that the whole thing had been intended as a gift for me. I just ignored him as I went around the place packing his things. He also said that the only reason he started without me was that he wanted to get used to the two of them together so things wouldn't be awkward when I arrived.
He's practicing
This
so he
man-
doesn't like do a bad job.
Apparently, he thought having sex with her first would make the threesome go smoother. I didn't even look at him, just kept packing. I'm proud of myself that I didn't cry.
I would have laughed.
What?
I would have
I would've
laughed more
Yeah.
than like.
I think I was past the point of crying. Dude, no. He kept blabbering on, saying that he just wanted to test the waters with the other person so that when the time came.
I don't think it's called waters. I think it's called something else.
It's waters if she's wet.
Yeah,
It's not water. That's what I'm saying.
Test the waters with the other person so that when the time came, they could both focus all totally on me. So she's like, listen, I want to fuck her, get her used to my dick so that the two of us, she knows what you're feeling when I'm trying to fuck you after fucking her. That's what it is.
It's such a
Thoughtful
clusterfuck.
man.
Right?
Yeah.
The final straw was when he said that I was being totally unreasonable and ungrateful for the effort he was putting into our sexual relationship.
I would pull a knife out. Like this would be one of my I'll make him into a
That's
violent
because you're an
man.
ungrateful person, okay?
Right?
That's the
Yeah.
reason.
This is why I'm not in relationships.
Yeah.
And then, so here's where she starts finally being a little more reasonable. She goes, I stared at him for a minute, and then I just started laughing.
Thank you.
Yeah. I couldn't control it. I must have laughed hysterically for a full minute. He got angry, but finally shut up and stopped trying to justify himself. I asked for his key and told him to leave, blah, blah, blah. I didn't ask how long he's been cheating on me, etc. But he's basically, they're done. But I'm like, bro.
No, I want answers.
The
How
level
long
of-
has he been practicing?
No answers. I'm going scorched earth. She said we go to each other's family events. Yeah,
Yeah.
they about to know.
They all know
That
it.
you've been practicing.
Yeah, and I would do this in front of him, so then his family could hear his dumb ass like, "I'm just warming her up for you." And at that point, I'll look like the Office style. Look at her mom.
Like camera.
Look at his
like,
mom,
Jim,
like just.
you hearing this?
Gotta admit, comments here. Gotta admit, I cheated so things wouldn't be awkward between us was not something I had on my cheaters excuses bingo sheet. Like, dude. I'm sure he was absolutely flabbergasted that she dumped him. Okay. Yeah.
He's like, babe, come on.
Like, what the fuck, lady?
Babe, this was for you.
And
I wanted
they
to-
say chivalry is dead.
Dude, the amount of stuff, like, dude, the amount of, I want to say the word lack of, like, the amount of privilege in this guy's life where he's like, dude,
No,
I
I know
cheated.
some guys that have nothing that will still do this. Nothing.
Listen, but that's that's survival instinct in that case.
No, and
But
they're
this dude-
entitled. They're entitled.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like, babe, come on, this is ridiculous. What do you mean?
You are the issue
Yeah.
here.
I mean,
Do we have any more updates on that?
no, that was the end of it. She's like, we're done.
Good.
But I would say the gaslighting shit was wild. Like
I
I
love
read
that.
this and I'm like, how the fuck did he convince her?
I love it. Love loser boyfriends. There's like a whole thing on TikTok where it's like, babe, just slide me your card, so like it feels like I paid for it.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Oh my god,
And it's
that
like-
is that is next
But
level.
I've heard where the girls just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like the guy doesn't ask. He's just like the girl's like here.
Yeah,
'Cause
like-
they get off on that.
Yeah.
this is like
Some
weird
do, yeah,
from-
and it's like, and the other guy's like, when my streaming career comes off, we're gonna take care of both of us. Like, get a job, dude. Like, honestly, it's just like those videos are so funny. Like, you should definitely check them out. But this is the type of energy I'm getting. It's like, oh yeah, I cheated on you, but it's okay, babe. Like, you should probably pick up an extra shift.
Yeah, but we good. We good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, no, this is very believable. The
Yeah.
shit I've seen and heard, this is believable.
Yeah, because I was between this one and then maybe we can save it for another day. But
I think we have time for another one.
all right, let's do it.
Let's make it a twofer.
So hold on, give me 1 sec. I got to find the original post. But the heading is, I ate out my best friend after she told me she broke up with her boyfriend. It wasn't even true.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Why does this need to be like? Is this like?
What's wrong here?
Well, yeah, like.
That's standard best friend protocol.
Yeah. Right?
Do you not have female friends?
Not that I do this with. No.
You're just not that close.
Yes, we're not, and I'm happy about that.
So check this. All right. So it's again pretty short. All right, the story. I ate out my best friend after she told me she broke up with her boyfriend.
Nice.
And that wasn't true. Like, it wasn't even true that they broke up.
That he ate her out, or
No, that they broke up.
oh,
No, the broke up part.
All right. So for some reason, this person decided to summarize it. In a short summary, we're both 25 and girls.
Oh, okay.
what? Wait. What? He said, "Oh,
Oh no,
Typical.
Like, okay, no, but like that just means that like this girl is bi, right? Why would it not mean that this girl is bi?
Yeah.
It's her friend literally, and also like
sometimes you just
some dudes are okay with like the guy from the previous conversation, like the previous
would've been
Reddit,
okay with it.
he would have been okay with it
Maybe.
because
but-
it's a girl.
babe, I'm just getting warmed up for you."
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I've had, in a short summary, we're both 25 and girls. I've had the hots for her since spring of 2023, and she knows. Last night, she came to my place crying, saying he cheated. We talked, hugged, and she kissed me. 20 minutes later, I was between her legs like a starved woman. All fine and dandy.
Oh my God.
Like a what woman?
A starved woman.
God damn.
But this morning, he posts a story with her at a cafe. They never broke up. She was just curious.
Bye.
But so that means that she cheated too, technically, right?
And she goes,
So
I
it's
feel,
not
I feel,
cheated too. She just cheated, bro.
She
Like
goes-
these two stories are not.
No, the dude cheated.
She lied.
No. Yeah, so two girls hooked up here.
But the dude didn't hook up with the. I thought the dude cheated too.
No, she just said that so like she could get,
Is that what it is?
Yeah, right now they said, yeah, he cheated, but that was a lie. And they never broke up. She was just curious.
Oh.
And then she goes, I feel used. And someone posts one of the comments, you were used.
Yeah,
I love when strangers like in these situations like, yeah, you done fucked up, man.
Yeah.
If the
Okay.
kitty was shaved and prepped, she was planning it all along. If you were flossing, it was spontaneous. That is such an amazing line.
Oh God.
I don't even know what to say.
Depends on how good she was down there. She might have got a water pick.
Dude,
Oh.
dude. So check it. There's an update.
Oh, okay. There's an update.
Yeah. Why don't you just leave it at that? I decided to meet up with both of them, expecting to freak out and dump her. But that's far from what happened because he knew. But not in the way you might expect. She didn't confess. I don't know what that means.
They planned it.
He allowed it from the beginning.
What?
This wasn't even a fetish case. Something fun. He apparently fucking hates eating pussy. And his logic was, oh, the gay one can do it for me. LOL.
What?
Of course,
I am.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
or me being the gay one, obviously, I was then proposed to become some sort of throuple where my only privilege would be to eat her out as many times as I wanted. I couldn't have feelings for her. So after she confronted them, this is what they proposed to her.
So, what if she? Okay, I'm sorry. Now I'm getting into semantics. But what if she's like, "Hey, can the girlfriend go down on her?"
Nope, that's
So just one way.
all she can do is one way. It sucks. Sucks for her,
Who would like sign up for this? Like just a giving service,
right?
with no feelings as well, because she's not allowed to have feelings about her own feeling. I'm confused. Okay.
Now, addressing the imagine if a man did this hurt her, accusations of me eating her out after she cried. I didn't have a reason to expose her back then, but now I'm just going to go all in. She has dacrophilia and gets turned on by tears, including her own. I asked her multiple times if she was sure she consented to it, and she nodded desperately while crying her heart out. Her case is so bad, I recall not inviting her to my aunt's funeral because I did not know how she'd behave in a room full of people.
Oh my God.
I'm a room full of people. I'm not kink shaming her, but to each their own.
What?
So imagine a funeral. Like that must be like a very erotic experience for her.
Just imagine everyone's crying and she's like, I want to get closer to the casket because there's more tears there.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. So, and as the cherry on top, she met her current boyfriend at a bar while he cried after being dumped. They slept together that night. She always told me she liked crybabies, and alas, I ain't one. I'm currently looking for another city to live in.
Yeah, you gotta leave the whole city for this one. Yeah. Like, there's no way.
She's like, I cannot be the resident bisexual woman here. It's just lots of weirdos.
One of the first comment, what in the cinnamon roll fuck did I just say?
Wait, what did you say?
What in the cinnamon roll fuck did I just read?
Sometimes Reddit can just be too much.
This gotta be fake. Like, this can't be real.
Literacy, thou art a cruel bitch. I don't know. And then there's a gif of Steve Harvey with like an incredulous look. He's just like, what?
Yeah, no, I
don't think this is real.
This can't.
But
this can be. I really hope it's not.
But that was awesome. I read this today and I'm like, I have to share it with somebody.
Yeah. Wow.
So she just gets off on
tears.
Yeah.
So like she hangs out around veterinary.
So if I punch her in the face,
no.
She's like horny.
I don't think it has to be like just like straight up like that. Like that's more pain. I think it's like she hangs around vets a lot. And like he's like, oh, it's dog putting down day. Let me go hang out with the family.
And then
she goes doggy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you put down the dog, but she gets it.
Dog goes down. Her boyfriend's dick goes up. If the dog is down, so is she. But yeah, interesting.
I just can't understand. The funeral thing is just too funny for me. She's like
what do you? She just turns to her guy. She's like, "What do you say we stay right here and get her on? Not like leave this place." No.
Wait, what the fuck is this? The other day, Mom was telling me about a friend whose daughter was diagnosed with dyslexia and a thing that's like dyslexia but for numbers. I said, "Stop! Give me a minute." She said, "What's wrong with you?" And I shout, "Dyscalculia." What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I don't think that's a real thing. That cannot be a real thing.
Nobody else cared, but I wrote that for the rest of the week.
No.
Yeah, it's not real. Dyscalculia.
Dyscalculia.
No.
So let's break this apart, okay? So now
we're trying to break this apart. Okay.
First of all, I think that guy from the previous story and this girl from this story need to somehow meet.
But yeah, no, interesting stories for the day.
Dark.
Yeah, I mean that was a good episode. We wrapped up Fool Me Once, so next week we could do episode 1 of Sherlock. Really excited. Then we'll do we did Oscars today, which was great. I think Oscars were better than last year's. I actually had zero interest in it last year. This year was
they need to
better.
do something to get better hosts, in my opinion. Like, but no one's interested anymore.
They rotate the same few people.
It's a late night host, right? It's always a late night host most of the time.
Oh, is that right?
They had celebrities.
Chris Rock.
Like
Chris Rock.
Most of the time, that's what I'm saying.
They had the whole thing with Kevin Hart and like comedians, and pretty much a lot of people do it. I used to do it, but not anymore, I guess.
You never know what's gonna happen. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I think Kimmel likes that. Maybe I don't know. I'm not gonna use the word publicity, but like likes that role.
Yeah.
because he's done it quite a few times.
I think like
right?
5 times or something.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was before him. The one that consistently hosted was Billy Crystal. If you guys are old enough to remember him,
That's all you got.
He's a comedian that I didn't really know him that well. He's in a couple movies I've seen. That's all.
Yeah. All right. Well, great episode. I will see you guys next week.
You're not gonna see anyone. They're gonna hear you.
Well, you're gonna hear me next week.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out.
Time to hit the hay.